If there's one thing I'm never going to stop doing, and that's speaking, that's letting you know what I think, bringing things to you that you might not necessarily see on the mainstream media. That's called being a YouTuber, that's called bringing the news, and that is exercising my right of free speech, freedom of expression. These are all things that the British government, in their current form, don't seem to want people to do, especially when it goes against the narrative, goes against what they want you to believe is the way of things. Now, one of the bones of contention at the moment, which is really ratcheting up the tension in this country, something awful, is what's going on with the influx of individuals coming in. Now, I've seen people arrested, I've seen people had words with, I've seen all sorts of issues going on. Now, whenever I've done anything like this, I've always been very succinct, very tactful, and very choosy with how I say it and precisely what I say. But at the end of the day, these questions need answering, don't they? These queries that we have need to be gotten to the bottom of. And one thing that's becoming very clear is that our own government doesn't seem to want to support its own people. There's thousands upon thousands of individuals entering this country from God knows where to God knows who, and our government, despite all the rhetoric and all the bravado and everything else, don't seem to want to do anything about it. And there's people like me bringing this to you every day. Well, what they're doing now is this. They're talking about setting up a, I suppose you could call it, specialist force to monitor social media for signs of dissent, signs of dithering opinion, signs of people actually starting to speak out and fight against a narrative. It's actually quite freaky, and it's something out of George Orwell's 1984. That seems to be the way things are going. I mean, one thing I would suggest to everybody is this, particularly if you're in a position like me, is join something like that. The Free Speech Union. They give you your own lapel thing there, which you can wear. But it certainly gives you a measure of something you can turn to, a measure of legal cover and advice if you should need it. You know, it's enshrined in the English Constitution, at least, that we have the right to self-determination, the right to say what we think. And it's certainly a human right under the United Nations Charter. And our own government seem to be pissing all over it. I'm certainly not going to stop. I'm going to carry on speaking. I'm going to carry on bringing you things. And I don't think anybody else should stop either. But YouTubers, just, well, look after yourselves. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Have a look at this earlier video I did about YouTubers. And as always, I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.